Hi, this is Dawn Olszewski of DOstampingWithDawn.com, and I'm here with another How'd She Do That video. And today I'm going to show you this double triangle fold fun fold card. Isn't that cute? Now this was recently shared with me by fellow demonstrator Autumn, and it's so much fun and super easy. So let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to do when I was working on this card was figure out what designer series paper I was going to focus on, and I had decided that I was going to use the Sale-a-Bration Bubbles and Fizz paper. This paper is super cute. It has a lot of varieties to it, including kind of that bubble and fizz, obviously. And but another thing I like about it is I like that it has some kind of what I call more neutral patterns to it. But at first I'm going to show you kind of the fun stuff. So this was the bottle caps, and this is bottles, but they form like a chevron sort of pattern. This is that bubble and fizz kind of design. Here is a diagonal, and then this is kind of the larger bottles, and then this is like rows of small bottles. But when you flip this over, this is where more fun is, that makes this a really versatile paper. So we have a honeycomb pattern. We have more bubble and fizz, great for birthday. We've got some stars, hearts for Valentine's, and for anyone that you love. This one's one of my favorites, kind of curls and swirlies. And then a simple stripe. So for my card, I think what we're going to do, we're going to give this one a try, this row of bottles. So what we're going to do is you'll need your paper trimmer, and you're going to just line it up from corner to corner. We're going to cut this one piece, which originally was 4 inches by 5 1/4, and we'll line each of the points up on the cutting groove line. There we go. And cut it in half. All right, and then for now we're just going to set that aside. Then I want to focus on product that matches that paper, and that is on page, I want to say 32 of the Occasions catalog, and that's the Bubbles kind of a suite almost. It's the Bubble Over Bundle. Let me get out the stamp set. Here's the stamp set. It includes 2 shapes, or sizes I should say, of bottles, and then it also includes 2 different shapes that will fit on each of these bottles, and some cute sentiments as well. Now this coordinates with framelets. Here are the framelets, the Bottles and Bubbles framelets. Again, it has dies for both shapes, sizes, and as well as kind of the labels, bottle caps. It has 4 on here, so that might be a little confusing. There's 2 big ones that fit on the bigger bottle, and there's 2 smaller ones that fit on the smaller bottle. Of course, these cute straws and more. All right. Now, a little bit to talk over with you is the bundle. So bundle, if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up!, bundle means that it's typically a stamp set that has a matching other product. This particular product is the framelets, and it's available when you buy them both together. There's a separate price called a bundle price, and you save 10%. So we just got word that this was going to carry over into the new catalog. Yay! Yeah, we just got a small list of a few things, and this was one of them. But just beware, even though it's being carried over, it's not being carried over with a bundle price. And that goes for all bundles that are in the current annual catalog and this Occasions catalog. Now, you're probably wondering, why is that? Well, it's only the catalog they first appear in is the bundle savings. So check your wish list, see if you've got any bundles on it, and be sure to order them before May 31st so that you can get the bundle savings. All right? All right, so I've got out my pieces here. So we're kind of working a little bit different. I'm getting all my decorative pieces ready so that when we do the fold part, we can just put everything together real quick. So I've already die cut my bottle and some labels, and this was actually a 3/4 inch punch. All right, next we're going to add that to a starburst punch with 2 dimensionals. Put that on the back here, roughly like that. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over, and I'm going to add lots of adhesive, and we're going to add 10 inches of the crushed curry twine. And how we're going to do that, oops, it's sticking to me, is we're going to fold it into thirds, kind of like a Z, and it's going to look like that, and you'll apply it to the back here. And I like to kind of apply it at a diagonal. There we go. Now, if this was just going on a card, I actually have a card that I made that without the fun fold. You could just use dimensionals and add it to the card. This is one of the cards selections that I had at my last Stamp-a-Stack. But because we're putting it on a special fold where the back, part of the back will be seen, we're going to add another starburst. And this was in Coral Calypso. Or I might be saying that wrong. Maybe it's Calypso Coral. So the colors here are basic gray. We've got Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, and again the Calypso Coral. All right, so this is almost ready to go. I'm going to do one little stamping and Big Shot. Here I've already stamped the For You image. It's right here in Bermuda Bay. Now this is a small image. I've got my my framelits on the side of my Big Shot here. And we'll pull the matching one out. And notice how when I put it down, it doesn't line up. It actually kind of jumps like jumping beans. And what I want to do is move my paper, not my die necessarily. And that's just a tip for you for using small images and framelits. And I know that sometimes that can be a struggle, but don't worry about it. Let your magnet, let your framelit find the magnet and then slip the paper, your image, to match it underneath. So much easier. Okay, so there we have it. And I'm just going to use a little glue dot. And we're going to put this in the center of our bottle. And there we go. All right. Our decorations are ready to go, so let's get on to that fun fold. For the card base for this double triangle card, you are going to start off with an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of cardstock, just like we always do. And we only need half, but we need it half diagonally. You'll still get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of cardstock. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure you have your scoring blade in, and we're going to cut the paper in half. Excuse me, we're not going to cut, we're going to score. At 5.5, turn it and score in half at 4 1/4. Once you're done with the scoring, you actually need to remove your scoring blade. If you're using the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, you'll move it down to the end and you'll see there's kind of a rectangle like opening, I should say, and then you use your fingernail and just lift it up from that little arrow point and it comes right out. Now the reason we need to do that, so I'll come back out here, is because we need it, the cutting kind of space on the trimmer, we need it longer than these straight edges that are here because we're turning this on the diagonal. So this is how it's going to go in. At the top, you can see this, we're going to find the grooved line there, and we're going to push this corner kind of past our flat edge here, our straight edge, and then you'll come down to the bottom and you'll do the same thing. Now I'm holding this tight up at the top so it stays where I want it, and then I shift the bottom to match this one into the groove line as well. And then I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm ready to give it a cut. I have to admit, the first time I tried this on the trimmer, I was like, I'm not sure this is going to work, but it worked beautifully. So I was really happy with that. So we have two bases for our cards, and I'll show you how they fold. All right. So I like mine to fold this way, where this arrow at the top folds down, and then the arrow on my right side folds in. But truly, you can fold them either way. Let me show you here. You could have your card open like this. You can have it do landscape, or you can even fold it back the other direction and have it open like this. Either way, it's card maker's choice on this one. This is just the way I prefer it. I've gone ahead and adhered this panel, the lower right panel, and if you wanted to, you could add the designer series paper to both panels, but I have decided not to. I'm just going to leave this one open. I think it's going to let my embellishment piece here kind of pop a little bit better. So let's talk about that. And it's super easy to attach, but you got to remember, only attach it to one panel. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball where this is going to go. All right. There we go. And you can see, so once I put this on, you'll see why I added the two starbursts to that, so that when we open it, we don't see any kind of messiness on that side. So there, how cute is that? So let me show the original one again. Remember, I had the greeting inside. That's really cute. And I have another one here with the same Bubble and Fizz paper. That's the bottle caps. Super cute. Aren't those fun? And then I made one yesterday, the other day, and this is the perfect, let's see, Picture Perfect Birthday. This is the stamp set from that, but the paper is the Tutti Frutti paper. So I like that. And this one, I had a little fun inside as well, because this is a 6x6 paper, and I had this perfect little strip left over that I put inside, and then did a little stamping as well. So there, I hope you enjoyed that. Have fun making your double triangle cards. And then, before I sign off here, I thought I'd show you just a few Bubble and Fizz. I showed you these two already. These are some swaps that I received that are really cute, that use, like I say, the Bubble and Fizz paper and also the Bubble Over bundle. And this is a cute swap. This uses the Sale-a-Bration. Oh, this is a $100 order. It comes with the Celebrate You Thinlits. And then this is the Bubble and Fizz paper. Oh, this also uses the ribbon pack. Oh my gosh, that glimmer ribbon pack is adorable. You've got the Calypso Coral, you get a basic gray ribbon, and then you get a Bermuda Bay ribbon as well. So, and then this is the last one I have for you. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and be sure to visit my blog for lots more inspiration. If you want supply list and measurements, they're all listed on my blog for this. There's a link in the description of this video. And if you're looking for Stampin' Up! Product, you can visit my store at DOstamping with Dawn. No, DOstamping.stampinup.net. Thank you.